Jan, Ben, Rory,
Jan, Ben.
Rory, Runeterra,
Ash.
What we're here.
Ash.
That's Ash.
Ash.
I'm here to talk about Metal Gear Acid 2, the finest card-based video game of all time.
Yeah, it's really paved the way for other card games.
I think tangent. Metal Gear Acid 2 is amazing. This is Legends of Runeterra from Riot Games, based on their very popular League of Legends property, IP.
Oh.
Yeah, the IP of League of Legends. This is a customizable card game, much like Hearthstone or Magic. You'll find a lot of similarities to those games. It's pretty good. I enjoy playing it so far. What I will show you here very quickly is, let's get into a match. How about that?
Yeah, yes, let's do that.
We got a few decks. I got through all the tutorials. There's a bunch of tutorials that you go through, and you'll get a few decks from that. These are the 3 starting decks. I have not fooled around this game exquisitely much, but I think I have a pretty good handle on the mechanics.
I've also played around a bit as well.
Yes, I'm not going to be, if you're looking for intense deck editing, deck tech. Yeah, this is probably not the stream for you. This is going to be hopefully a good overview. We'll talk about some differences between this and this is not a good opening hand. I'm going to go and replace this one. So you have a chance to mulligan at the beginning of this. Playing against the AI, so I'm not too worried about time. The mulligan thing is pretty neat. You can just replace any cards that you want.
Okay.
It's the same Hearthstone style of getting 1 mana every turn, so it'll take a while to build up to these more expensive cards, so I don't need them right away.
Sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of a couple of these and hope for something a little bit easier to cast, and I did. Okay.
There's one.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a smiley for this guy over here. Math.
What's that guy's name? Grundle?
Something Meyer.
The biggest change here between, I think, even Hearthstone and Magic is that you're allowed to, there's rounds versus turns. You basically take a turn, your opponent can take a turn, and you keep on going back and forth until you both pass, and then you go into the next round.
Okay.
But the rounds, you actually draw a card in your opponent's round and can cast spells on your opponent's round as well. But only one person can attack per round.
Yes. And that's denoted by that little attack
icon
token
right here, yeah.
So who, in the case where you both want to cast spells, how does that work?
You have my turn is my turn. I'm the only person who can act on that, except for spells, which we'll get into a little bit later. But you basically pass back and forth, and it goes very rapidly once you have more mana, as you'll see. So I have the ability to attack now. When you summon another ally, grant me Challenger. I think this guy will kill me right away. I don't want to 2-for-1 this right yet, so I'm gonna go and pass, and that'll probably move on to his turn. We'll see what's going on here.
So now it's round 2.
So if you hover over, you have that thing, gives you Challenger. Is there any way to see what Challenger does?
Indeed. There you go. Yeah, so you can definitely see all this stuff. I'm surprised it's actually still moving in the background here, but yeah, you can right click on anything and then you mouse over and everything pops up. So it's pretty easy to get. This is basically what it's going to be like for a long time for me, especially because I'm not super familiar with any of these cards. So he has passed on, he summoned something and then it went back to me. I have the ability to, when I'm summoned, grant the top 2 allies in your deck +1/+1. So it's basically the Hearthstone thing with summoning power up here in the corner and then power and attack, or power and defense in the bottom.
Yes.
It's very similar to pretty much any other card game of this ilk that you've seen before. So that actually affects cards in my deck. We gave them the top 2 things in my deck +1/+1. So that'll reap dividends a little bit further. Crap. All right.
All right, so they're attacking now.
Yes,
so it looks like you have a phase where you can block those attacks.
Or skip them. It's basically the same thing. If I let this all go, it'll hit my Nexus over here to the side. That's basically, oh shit, what the fuck was that?
What? It's showing,
it previewed.
Yeah, previewed, I guess, how much damage I was gonna take. So I think it's about time I have more card advantage because I have more stuff in my hand than he does, he or she does. I'm not sure who this person is, but.
Is it a bot?
It is a bot, yeah, we started. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some 2-for-1s here. Last breath, draw 1. That means when this card dies, she'll draw 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna maybe let that live for now. When you draw a card, give me +1/+0 this round. So if I did kill her, this thing would get +1 because she'll draw 1. So this is kind of a weird little combo. Not a great combo, but I'm gonna go ahead and kill this dude. I'm gonna go and sacrifice my dudes here, I think.
Okay.
Or should I? Yeah, this thing is
you've already gotten that Omen Hawk's power.
Yeah, the Omen Hawk is already done. This has Challenger. But either way, this card is going to die, so I'm going to do this and go ahead and hit block. Okay, we're going through it pretty rapidly, but if you're familiar with Hearthstone or Magic, this mostly should be pretty familiar. I didn't have too much hard of a time to get into the mechanics of the game. Finding out all the combos and everything like that is going to be a little bit longer of a time, but
Sure.
So I have 3 mana now, and I have 3 pips, and I also have 1 spell mana. So when you have mana left over at the end of a turn, it'll go to your spell mana. That can be used on spells themselves, which we'll hopefully see a couple of you here. I think I only have creatures right now. So if I summon this guy, I can deal 1 damage to this person over here.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds like a good. When I'm summoned, create a 4 Demacia in hand. What does this do over here?
So that's gonna change some of your existing cards into Demacia, which is it's a pretty expensive spell card.
It is very expensive. 6 would be 3 spell mana plus 3 leftover. Give allies plus. That's more of a killer card at the end of it. I think that'll be the end of the game. I don't think I need that quite yet. I'm gonna go ahead and let's do this one.
Yeah.
And hope I have a feeling they'll summon something, but they won't be able to attack. So let's see now. You know, I think this might be the better play right now, because I will definitely live through this combat. And I will totally go ahead and say that I'm not super great at some of these strategy games. I play a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena. I am not superb at it, but I will. All
right.
I will just go through this, and you can make fun of me in the
that
comments.
is on the record. I don't think you need to worry anymore.
Refill 2 spell mana. Okay, so I can attack with this card. This card's Challenger, which basically is a taunt kind of thing. You can choose which enemy unit blocks. Let's see which one has a better. They're both pretty much the same stat-wise. When I'm summoned, refill 2 spell mana. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'd get to draw another card.
They get to draw another card, yeah.
So I don't think we've seen it yet, but there are champion cards.
There are champion cards. Hopefully we'll get one soon. You can have up to 6 champions in a deck. They're the rarest cards, but all these starter decks have. So this is a spell, which I can cast now to give him +3/+3 permanently because he has been damaged, which might be while he's damaged. You know what? I'm gonna go and cast this spell. So spells have 3 different speeds. There's basically burst, there is slow, and fast. Burst is basically split second from magic where nobody can respond to it except for yourself. And then fast is something that can be done in the middle of combat. And then slow is something that is really a lot generally more expensive and bigger. I'm gonna go and give this guy +3/+3 and make him power up. He'll be able to block now.
Close my eyes, make it fair.
And so the blocking is handled by lanes, right? You can normally designate a specific card that's out on the field to block a specific attack.
Oh boy, this is a champion here. What I do think this game does really well is the animations. It's definitely built from the ground up to kind of get a lot of this cool special stuff in here.
Yeah.
You'll see some of this. So champion cards will level up after they've done things. So this guy has a spinning axe attack when he does certain things, and if he uses this twice, he'll level up, which we might see at some point, or might kill him right away. I'm not sure. Quick attack is kind of a dangerous one. It's basically first strike from Magic, where they'll do damage before your character has the ability to counterattack. But if you have enough resources, you can get over that. Laurent Blade Keeper. Deal 1 damage. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
Let's go and I'm kind of putting all of my cards in one thing here, but if I want to attack through, I better get something powerful down.
Oh, I bet you one of those is a stun.
Probably. Here come the spells. Play, discard 2, draw 2. Powerful. Stun, yeah.
Is there any sort of, is that button on all the way left there a log of what's been played? Okay.
This is a log from last round and everything before that, so it's kind of a neat little thing.
That is very useful when you're trying to learn one of these games.
Yeah, so I can't really do much else here. I don't want to attack right now. This cute unit is stunned, so it's not able to attack, which is, but he's very powerful. We'll see what happens next turn. I'm going to go ahead and get 1 more spell mana because I'm reserving 1 here in case I get another spell. Not the most efficient use of my mana here, but we will see what happens. I still can't do much. Don't want to attack yet.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
That discard 2 and draw 2 is really good for card economy for them.
In class.
Okay, I hope I get something. That was a good turn for them. They got a lot of stuff on the board.
I will say, as someone that's only ever played Hearthstone when it originally came out. Not too familiar with a lot of these card games.
Yeah.
This game in particular has a very extensive tutorial that really guides you through the system.
A lot of tutorials, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It, like, even after the initial tutorials, it opens up even more.
Okay, this is going to be good. So I can do this, battling ally strikes all battling enemies. I think I can cast this now. It'll be a huge amount of mana, but I think I can clear this guy out before this even goes to combat. Because striking is different than... Let's go ahead and see what happens. How about that?
Yeah.
I forget exactly what striking... I think striking just means deals damage, which is why this is so... Wait, does that not happen automatically?
It may resolve after.
Okay, let's see. Nope. There we go.
Wow.
Yep, that's good. That was a huge investment of mana. Hopefully he doesn't summon another champion right away, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Well, I always forget that you can summon stuff on your opponent's turn. That is a big thing, a big adjustment to the usual ebb and flow of these kind of games.
Right.
So what do we got here now? Friendly Tavern Keeper. What is tough? Takes 1 less damage from all sources.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. I can actually summon a few things here. I only have... This is a burst spell, so I can do a damage trick during combat, give a +1/+1, kind of an instant if you are thinking in magic terms as well. So I have 7 mana +1, so I can basically cast 3/3/1 or 3/3, 3/2 or 3/3. I'm gonna go and do this defender here real quick.
To the field!
Okay.
And he's not summoning anything, so I think I'm gonna be pretty... This is for Demacia. Give allies +3/+3 this round. I'm not gonna be able to cast it this turn, but I'll do it for next turn. And I'm just gonna attack with everything here, and that's might be... It's not quite the math as end of game here, but it's getting kinda close. Let's see now. And I can do +1/+1. Let's do the math here.
No lethal. 17.
Challenger. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and...
Did the math.
Yeah.
That was really impressive,
Thank
actually.
you. It's easy because you have 8 and 2, and that's a 10. And
Oh
you have
shit,
3
what is
and
this
3,
now?
and that's 6.
Kill a unit with 3 or less power. That's really...
And there was one
that's
more,
powerful.
which makes it 7.
3 or less?
I was never good in math.
Okay. I think I have a pretty good advantage here in terms of number of cards and cards in hand and cards on board.
And you got that Demacia ready to crack.
Yep, this is going to be a big one. Give allies +3/+3 this round.
Oh, baby.
Oh, and an Overwhelm card too. This is going to be a good one.
What does Overwhelm do?
Overwhelm is trample.
Oh.
So it'll basically go punch right through anything. So I can do +3/+3 to everything, or I can do some of this kind of attack with him. I think that's probably the easier way to go here.
Yeah, you're looking pretty strong right now, Rory.
I am.
Looking pretty swole.
I don't need to overdo it. I mean, I've only played a couple of games online against... Is this Andra? Oh, he has the attack button. Okay, so I can't really do much. All right, well... I feel like I'm blathering, which I often do. I'm going to go and do... So I have 6, 9, 3. I can do 6 and do this for Demacia, which should be the end of the game here. Let's go and see. And this is a slow card.
Oh, that card's pretty good.
Uh-oh. Deals 1 damage to all enemies? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and do slow, which slow you can do before or after combat. And I believe I'm gonna go... I can't cast a slow spell while other spells are being cast. All right, let's go and do this one here. And I have a couple of tramplers too, so hopefully this will be okay. Hopefully this will be the end of the game, but we'll see. They can still summon shit. Oh shit. Oh man. All right.
Oh, baby. You can still...
I think it's gonna be fine.
You're fine.
Yeah.
And then you could challenge that champion.
Yeah, I can pull somebody in too, right, can I? So 11-2, 4-1. I'll go and make sure I kill this dude and do a lot of trample damage. Well, he's not...
He doesn't have trample.
He does not have trample.
You shouldn't challenge him.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't.
You could knock him out, though.
Yeah, but he could also do 11 damage.
Well, I think what he'll do is... let's leave it be for now. And see who these guys choose. Because these two are trample. I think I'm going to be able to do as much damage as I want here, but let's go and see what happens. Again, these are not pro strats here for the most part, but...
I don't think anyone's worried about that.
Yeah. Well, I read the YouTube comments.
Well, you shouldn't do that.
We didn't get to see a champion upgrade themselves right there. This is a victory over AI, but I did get a quest done, so there are daily quests as you get in Magic as well. What do I get here now? I'm so close to my
close.
falls. We'll play one more before we do it, and but I do have some rewards to open up.
Let's open that Poro bundle.
Poro bundle. Let's see what happens here.
Good animation.
So sometimes you get specific cards out of your thing, of your packs, but also sometimes you do get wild cards as well. And wild cards are what you're going to be using to craft cards that you want for decks. Very similar to Magic, except for the fact that you're basically only buying wild cards in this game if you spend real money, which we'll talk about the real money stuff in a second here. This again, totally free to play. Upgrade, common wild card. That's not bad. You really do want wild cards as opposed to regular cards. I did get an epic card. There are 3 levels of rarity, 4 levels actually if you count champion at the top. Thermogenic Beam, to spend all your mana, deal that much to a unit.
I'd say you're a wild card.
Draft token. That's not bad. So shards, I got a bunch of shards. There are, as in any of these games, there are a couple of different kinds of currency. If you want to go to your collection here, there are, first off, let's take a look at the store here. So the store has a starter bundle. There's not a huge amount in here yet. You can buy straight up with cash if you want to go ahead and take a look at the cash here. Gold is about 100 gold for $1.
Okay.
It's about roughly the same kind of...
Get some bonus coins there.
Bonus coins for doing more. This is the best value right here.
Do
honestly.
it right now.
It's CVS. Wait.
I know. Gift cards and more, which I'm really curious about. I don't want to click out to the site, but so this is you can definitely spend real money on this. I haven't delved too much into the nitty-gritty mechanics of this so far. So I've definitely been seeing more rare wild cards and common wild cards from my rewards than epic or champions. These are, $3 for a champion. Not onerous, but you do kind of want a fair number of these new cards from what you're getting to build more powerful decks. So there's already plenty of websites out there that have budget and advanced decks and everything like that. So if you want to do the deck editor, there's a full editor here. It's kind of split up into not colors, but regions, which a lot of these have pretty analogous kind of things to Magic colors. Like Demacia is very much white, kind of knights and healing and things like that.
Are there any restrictions in terms of deck building then?
There are 3, so only 6 champions per deck. Let's take a look at one of the decks that we already have unlocked and try to edit that real quick. Only 6 champions per deck and a maximum 40 cards. I believe you can only have 3 of any one card in your deck. And sometimes, especially with champions, I'm not actually sure if champions are unique or not. I don't think you can cast 2 of the same type. But I think you can only have 2.
Okay, that's what I meant more of as restrictions, because there aren't mana cards, right?
No, there's no mana at all. It's very much the Hearthstone thing where you're automatically getting mana. Your decks the cards are a lot smaller than Magic as well. But there are apparently, the color wheel for Magic very much has, some colors work better with other colors than others do in comparison. So, but like I said, you start off with 3 pretty good decks. Let's try another one here real quick. Do you guys have any questions about the overworld stuff? Like I said, this is still open beta. It's coming to mobile later this year, is all they've said, which I have a feeling is when they'll really ramp up. If you want to buy stuff like new boards, there's a lot of these options. These are kind of pricey at $10. It's all cosmetic. Guardians are more like $6. The only weird thing is I can't unequip my Poro.
Why would you want it?
I don't know. They mostly want to be found next to me.
Look, it loves
It is pretty.
you.
Yeah, it's pretty adorable. Nothing should be too. Nobody should be too surprised that the cosmetic stuff is really what they're pushing. It's the same in Magic and everything like that.
Sure. And does it look like there's cards based off of most, if not all, the champions from a league?
Let's take a look and see what we have here. I can go back to my decks and make a new deck, and I can filter down by champion. Show unowned, yes, please. I think all the champions should be up at the top here. If you want to take a look. So I'm not familiar with League. I haven't played League very much. So the top, everything with the little gold icon down here is
Heimerdinger. That's that one.
Heimerdinger. When you cast a spell, create a fleeting turret and hand with equal cost. It costs 0 this round.
Okay.
So the leveling up stuff is really neat.
Yeah.
There's one tutorial that has a one of the better tutorials has a lot of the animations in it for. Let's see if I can just pop into that real quick.
Full name is Cecil B. Heimerdinger, and he's one of the most innovative minds and esteemed inventors Piltover has ever seen.
Piltover.
What is that? Is that the League of Legends world?
It's like a region.
Okay.
I'm gonna play one of the tutorials real quick to show you some of the animations that I missed out on.
Delightful agony.
Yeah, this is one of the quicker tutorials as well. So.
Speaking of reading the YouTube comments.
So some of the champions that you get will also have allies. I'm not sure there are more than just Senna and Lucian, but it's kind of a neat synergy kind of thing if you get them both out. The first time in Allied, Lucian dies this game, grant me +1/+1/+1 and double attack, which is kind of neat.
What do you think double attack does?
I think double attack. It might be attacking with double the value of your attack.
I believe it's a double strike thing from.
Well, I'm wrong.
Oh, I don't. Let's take a look real quick and see. Actually, double attack. When attacking, it strikes both before and at the same time as its blocker, which is basically the same timing as a double strike from Magic. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pass. Block to keep my Nexus from taking damage. Sorry for the tutorial in the middle of this thing, but I just want to give people a sense of what this game actually looks like. And one of the things that definitely struck me first was that this game is visually super appealing.
Yeah.
They did a lot of really amazing work in the animations to make things feel unique. That sucks because that creature became a bigger creature.
Can you interact with the boards at all?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I haven't really tried that much. I know in Magic you can kind of, okay, here we go. So this is her, I don't know, are Lucian and Senna husband and wife, brother, sister?
Senna's a newer character that I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
Lucian,
I got this.
How?
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
I'm attacking.
Okay.
Did it.
So for your spell mana, it looks like you have a max of 3.
Max of 3 spell mana can be reserved from your main mana, and then, so this is a bad...
Oh.
They are lovers, but she died.
Well, that's
And then she was reborn.
just like everything. Lucian will level up as Senna dies. I wonder what's gonna happen.
When Lucian drove his broken pistol into the lantern, intending to end the torture of the souls within, Senna was waiting.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when that happened in League of Legends?
Oh, totally, yeah. Yeah, I liked the dub version better than the sub version, actually.
Yeah, you should check out my AMV after this.
Okay.
Pico. All right, so this guy has challenge air, which means you can pick the defender. Senna, you're gonna be my blocker here.
So, Jan, I want to ask you as
Wait, check out this animation real quick before we move on. I was really impressed by this in the tutorial.
Oh, it's like reliving that all over again.
It's neat, right? There are a lot of the champions have really interesting level up animations that I really find to be super cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. One of the champions I ran into, her level up condition was just have an empty hand.
Had a what?
Have an empty hand.
Oh yeah. There's some really interesting level up conditions for some of these characters. Some of them level up based on seeing you do stuff. Like you have to cast like 6 mana worth of spells during the match. Okay, I didn't get any stuff at all for that. I don't know how much more experience I can get. Do you guys want to do one more with an actual human player? Let's take a look. I'm probably gonna lose because there are some pretty serious players out here already. Let's try one more, and I'm probably, like I said, I only have 2 champions. This guy's got 4. And
That just complicates the deck, Rory.
Yeah.
You got 2 experts sitting right next to you.
right.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, so this is a really good mana curve here. 1, 2, 3. I'll have something to play. I'm gonna go and replace this one.
Yeah, all right.
The one thing that's interesting to me is that since you both start off on equal footing, there's no real advantage to going second, except for the fact that you can play. I'm actually curious what the theory crafting. Oh, grant an ally in hand +2/+2. I'm gonna go and do this, dude. I'm really curious if there's more of an advantage to playing first, or playing first in this kind of game where you can play cards on both turns, or if it doesn't matter at all. Balance in Magic has always been interesting because going first in the current setup of Magic feels like it's very powerful, especially for the kind of aggro decks that I like to play. Sure. Is that me? I don't know what that was. This is one of the fun parts of playing online card games. You have the timer for your opponent. Sometimes it's the first turn of the game. You should know what you want to do. You should already have a thing ready to go.
They're psyched out, Rory. They saw your screen name and like, oh
Rory.
no.
I remember this happening a lot in Hearthstone, but it ended up being lag.
This happens every once in a while in Magic. That is, if this guy does this a lot, Some people
Then
will
you
just, you'll just eventually. I'm not sure if there's actually.
So they can't block because they don't have.
They have not summoned
out.
anything. No.
Send him some emojis.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got here. This one might seriously
Cecil
just.
B. Heimerdinger.
The timer's moving a little faster now. Maybe they just walked away from the computer. But this is super frustrating in games like Magic, where the timers can be pretty long. And if somebody really wants to slow pay you, they can really make things super frustrating.
Judge. Judge.
Can I get a ruling over here, Judge? Yeah, I think I'm getting screwed with here. Well, exciting.
So this gives us a second. Jan.
Yes. You were going to ask.
As our resident League of Legends enthusiast,
Okay.
Riot announced a whole bunch of, like, they're working on 1 million games.
Yeah,
right?
they're working on an FPS. They announced this. There's a fighting game.
There's like a story game. What are you most excited for? Because this is like kind of their first. Hey,
Got him!
fucking easy. Don't show your face around here.
Oh my god, that's. Hey,
Let's do one more, Rory. Let's do one
okay.
more.
Let's see what I get my experience here, and maybe I'll.
Oh yeah, we gotta get that last chest.
I got a vault. I
gotta get that last
Okay, I'll
prologue
try to get
chest.
the prologue chest. That's the last one I need to do. Let me open up my stuff that I got here. Where's my vault chest? How do I get that?
Collect.
Weekly vault. No, I already got my weekly vault. Where are my vaults at?
Ash.
Where are my vaults out? Oof, oof, oof. I don't know where that went to.
Was that who let the? Never mind.
The dogs. Okay, let's play another one real quick with that same deck, because that was less exciting than I
I thought that was great.
thought. I was
took
really
them out.
pleased. My KDR this session is off the charts. That happens every once in a while. Sometimes usually in Magic you just concede if you have to walk away from the computer or something. Or some people just love being not super awesome to people trying to record quick looks. It's really
Yeah,
crazy.
it's their fault.
I should change my name to not recording quick look. Please play normal.
This is the same guy.
No, it's Boost Knots. It's Boost Knots.
Okay, it looks like the same deck.
It might be.
It may be one of the first starting decks. Any idea, Rory, of how this matches you with other folks?
I know there's a ranked setting. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's just came out like last Friday, so I'm assuming as far as the win-loss ratios, I'm sure there are people who I'm gonna go and replace that one. I do not know the specifics. Oh, this is actually really good. 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go and say hi. Hi. Grant an ally in hand. +1/+1. Empyrean, elusive. This is a pretty. So elusive is basically flying. Go into this one.
You know,
What do I know?
I kind of owe my being here to League of Legends because when I was interested in interning at Whiskey Media,
I thought you meant the here, like in the world, like your life, your
well,
parents.
kind of, yes.
Okay.
I mean, at this job, when I wanted to intern at Whiskey Media, I was told, like, you know, we like to look at applications that come from users who have a lot of presence on the site. And this was back in the days of the wiki having like the bounties.
Oh, right, the quests and everything.
Yeah, and specifically like, hey, we need like edit these, please. These are like high traffic pages or whatever. Rory, you might know better of like wiki bounties and all that, but. Apparently somebody had plagiarized, just straight up copy and pasted from Riot's website all the descriptions of all the League of Legends characters.
Happens more than you might think.
And so I went in there and rewrote all of those. Got my wiki score up real high because they were all bounties with like multipliers. And then got that interview.
There we go, baby. Lock it down.
So I feel like I owe, I have an eternal debt to this game.
Do I care about? I care about that story. I'm trying to see if I care about.
Take that guy out. Take him out.
Well, but the thing is, I have 4 mana here. I can actually save this creature, but I don't think it's worth saving this creature so far. I'm gonna go and okay this.
Can't afford to miss.
Let him go through. I have another. I can actually kill that one, but that's a waste of that mana. Deal 2 damage to anything, and then I'll be able to attack through. Yeah, sure, I guess.
And it's fast.
I'm playing by ear. The thing I really
Hey, are you an expert in this game? I can't remember.
I'm not an expert at this game. The thing I really do enjoy a lot about playing, especially Magic Arena online, which has been a very constant game for me for the last year or so, I just kind of like loading up games and not caring if I win or lose. I don't want to play a lot of ranked stuff. I just kind of like dicking around. And these games are super casual to play when you're, watching TV or something like that. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? Is it a stun? What is this? An ally and an enemy strike each other. No! Well, that sucks. Oh well.
So your spell just goes away?
He cast one that overrode my spell because they both hit each other.
I hate that shit. Honestly, I'm so one of the reasons I never really got into Magic was like having to pass priority back and forth and all that jazz of like there's interrupts and interrupts and stuff, and that's why I like games like Hearthstone doesn't have any of that. Never doesn't have any of that. It's weird that they would choose to include something like that.
Oh wow, you could heal your Nexus.
You can heal so your Nexus is basically your life force. There is stuff like lifelink and everything like that. I am running low on creatures here, and I'm not gonna be able to cast any of these stuff for.
Oh, you could raise your
I can do both of these to make this creature a 6/6 or 5/5. Which, you know what? I'm gonna go.
Isn't he just gonna block it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and pass for now. I don't think I want to. I'm gonna let him through.
Do you think they looked at Artifact and were like, okay, how do we not do that?
Artifact is so the recent news that Artifact hasn't had an update in an entire year without any kind of new updates. Which a lot of people are. I still
they said that they were like not going to for a while.
Yes.
They said like we will be back.
I'm gonna go burn one of these. That's probably
this is from March 29th, 2019. Moving forward, we'll be heads down focusing on addressing the issues of artifacts. We will get back to things as soon as we're ready.
Yeah, it's a very confusing time now for the online kind of card game space because Artifact has been very much kind of a This is probably I'm probably playing really poorly here.
Nonsense.
I have a feeling this guy's got a lot of really big cards in his hand that are about to come down because he did miss. He did pass a lot early on. So this is probably not gonna go super well, but maybe we'll see some big ass cards here. Mighty Poro, Overwhelm. Ooh, I'm gonna pass for now. When cast or discarded, summon a Scrap Scuttler. Let's take a look and see what that is. Okay, I'm gonna go and cast it then, I guess.
All right.
Cool. The other stuff I have here is probably meant to be saved. I'm pretty close to having this big, elusive creature, but I have a feeling I'm going to be bad on creature matchups here. I'm assuming a lot here, because I don't really know what this person has in their hand. But we'll see together.
There are 53 people playing Artifact right now.
Man. So they also announced there's a new one coming out called Epic Card Game from previous Magic Pro people. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this elusive person here and try to see if I can
do it.
Elusive is basically flying. They can't be blocked by any creatures except with elusive. So if I can't do anything to this creature, which they probably have a lot of options to do now. Overwhelm, that's a big one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attack.
You wanna pop one of those?
Yeah, maybe. I have 3, right? Yeah, I think that sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and do a big... Shouldn't be able to block this unless there's some weird stun coming my way, which I wouldn't put against these people. But if he can't find an answer to this, he might be dead next turn, which would be
there we
nice.
go, Rory.
We'll have to see. I can't cast anything else. So I can actually deal Thermogenic Beam to this dude next turn, which would be nice.
Could you not have used that card? I think
I already used one.
Okay.
2 to all units, okay? That sucks. But I can do plus, I can save one of these people. 2 to all units. Do I want to though?
What does that third one do?
This is just a little
Summon
1/1.
scrap.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and let this happen. And the only problem here is that they have another direct damage thing against him, but if they do, I can.
Well, they're gonna hit you for 10 if they get through.
Let's see now. When I'm summoned, refill 2 spell mana, that's good. I think I have enough mana here to do this. Get some blockers down. The problem is Overwhelm. These are both Overwhelm creatures, which is not great.
You could also just play a little bit and then snipe that guy for with the first card.
Yeah, but I have to. It's 8. This is a slow spell, so I
it's not all your current. Oh, it is because you have 6 and 2. I see.
spend all your mana. Yeah, I think this is actually going to be the best cost here. Can I play this? Deal 8 damage to him. It's a slow spell, so they'll have a little react. I don't think anything at 3 could possibly make this not a death sentence, but if they have one of these twin disciplines, they could. But like I was saying, though, I love just sitting back, playing these with my brain turned off and just kind of relaxing and not caring if I win or lose. I don't know if this game is going to take me away from Magic Arena in that regard. I do like the graphical effects and everything like that. I think it's a really strong game. It seems really well put together.
Yeah.
The process of learning all the cards and interactions and combos and things like that will take a little time because I'm not familiar with the characters or anything like that. Are you going to let it happen or what?
Yeah, hearing that this is going to come out on mobile.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. You son of a bitch.
So that still does the damage. Okay.
12-1. Okay, this is going to be a little interesting then, because he's going to do a lot of damage to me. But I have an elusive Duder. So if this Duder gets through...
And you got a champion now.
I do have a quick attack champion. Struck the enemy nexus twice. Create an attacking living shadow with my stats. I'm going to go all out here. I'm just going to attack. Because I think this will... Unless he has an elusive, I can do this elusive with the Twin Disciplines, the Empyrean, and hopefully punch through for Fatal.
Yeah.
It's all about what they do here.
I don't like that card.
Fully heal an ally, then double its health and power. Holy mackerel. That is a big...
I still think you're in a fine spot.
I think unless they can counteract this elusive, I'm not really sure what they can do.
I got $10 on Bust Not.
Rory just has to play that other spell and then attack with the elusive
first. Yeah. Well, I can technically attack first and then burst it up. It's all math now. This guy's gonna be huge though. Yeah, 24-22.
I still think you're fine.
Do the math on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna tackle them all. This is win or die here. If he's got a fog effect or something, I'm gonna go and see what happens here.
Weapon.
Unless he has something that'll counter this elusive, I think this might be it. Or heals himself. That is another option as well. Heals his own nexus.
What are the odds you got on this, Ben?
$10 1-to-1.
Okay.
Oh no!
No! I mean,
No! It's locked down.
GG
It's locked down, baby. I think he's GG and me.
I pity you.
Strike him down, Rory.
Good job, Eddie. I tried to figure out. I'm trying not to mock.
No, he's
Like any other-
uninstalling the game right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure which one. Because there's a good game one in Magic, which is much more simpler than the, like you just say good game at the end of it. Okay, so we got the prologue.
Open the chest.
I'm not sure
Open the
what's
chest.
this vault thing. Maybe it upgrades the vaults in general from the weekly vaults. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, champion bundle. Let's see what I get here now.
The last of the prologue chest.
Yo.
Epic wild card. I got a bunch, so I get. Let's see now.
Yasuo. People like that guy.
Yeah, they do.
So this guy levels up. Click to continue. Legion General Fearsome. I got an epic wild card, which is really good. Wild cards can be turned into any card of the same rarity. The champions of Ionia have noticed your commitment. I'm change active region anytime. Okay.
That's not nearly as epic.
It's just like getting discovered at an open mic.
What does that do? Does it like turn the backgrounds around? Hey, I guess it does. That's kind of neat. I thought it was more like now you can go to Europe players. So I guess I have a new track of this is kind of like a mastery. I suppose the mastery kind of passed in Magic as well.
Okay.
It's kind of neat. Champion wild card. That's a bit further down. 0 of 20. Wait, are there actual? Oh wow, that's interesting. So there are different levels per region, which is kind of neat. So I guess you might have different rewards in each region. I've just
presumably, and so that way you can cater and start unlocking the style that you like.
Gromp Jr. If I had to go and say that you should try this game out, if you like Hearthstone or Magic the Arena, seems like a very fine entry into the very crowded online trading, customizable card game space, shall we say. You can build your decks here, and what I've been learning so far is that if you show unowned, you have the ability to craft from wild cards or from the actual shards that you get just for playing. So you can actually use shards to get new cards. They're very expensive in the case of champions, they're a lot cheaper for commons and everything like that. If you Google around, you'll find plenty of, meta big decks and also some budget decks out there. I haven't gotten far enough to get enough shards to make some of even the budget decks, but I'm having a good time in this game. I don't know if it's going to pull me away from Magic, but I have a feeling if you're into League, you'll probably have a lot of fun here. And I might keep on doing my daily quests just to see how, because that's what I do in Magic, man. I do those daily quests and I find myself with a bunch of cards over time. The one thing I do kind of wish, I do miss the booster pack opening for Magic. You get a bunch of cards at once, you get a lot fewer here when you get those chests and everything like that. I kind of like seeing a big explosion of cards, but I don't think they have as many cards in this game as they do in Magic so far. I'm not sure the total number of cards, but it's a surprisingly, I know it came in closed beta in October, but it's surprisingly well polished for what it is at launch.
It's nice.
Yeah. You have any final thoughts, Jan, Ben?
League
of Legends.
Indeed. You're okay. League. I might play more of this at some point on a stream. No guarantees, but so far, if you want to, it's free to enter. Not very onerous in terms of the free to play stuff. I think it seems like a pretty good balance.
He's not honoring our closing thoughts.
Well, I was thinking that you, me, and Rory, Jason in the control room, we're kind of a league of extraordinary gentlemen.
Kinda.
Thanks, guys.